What?
So
So is everything up in the air here? Do you have an idea of like what planet we're starting on, stuff like that, or are we just doing all this seat of the pants?
There is a significant portion of seat of the pants. I have a rough sketch outline, session outline, that I'm about to jump into it. And I'm going to get things flowing by using some questions, right? Like, you know, I basically can go through this whole thing and we can build it out by me like playing through the scenario and asking questions. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
just throwing out there. I didn't know what you guys would want to be or do, right? So I'm just throwing it out there that none of this, nothing I have, I can throw it right out the window. If you guys decide you want to start doing something completely different and you guys go from there, then that's fine. But
Okay.
but yeah. So how I had planned it is, now that you guys have kind of had a chance to take a look at everything, we will start the first opening scene with a faster than light spaceship orbiting a small but populous moon in the solar system of. Anybody want to name the solar system that you and your house reside in?
Omicron Persei 8.
What?
I second that.
Omicron,
Perseon 8.
Perseon 8.
No, Persei.
Persei.
Yeah.
Okay, Omicron, Persei 8 is the
Or
solar system.
OP8 for short.
And what would be in this small OP8? Nice. In this small moon, populated by somewhat, they're not. It's not backwater, but they're somewhat tribal. What would have been like a god of folklore name of these people? Just any random name.
Tilk.
Hilk.
Tilk.
Tilk. Okay. So the moon, colloquial known as the Eye of Tilk, right? You guys now are on the ship orbiting this this moon, and this solar system that you guys inhabit. How do you envision it? Is it deep within Imperial territory? Is it kind of on the outskirts, almost touching the outer rim edge, where less travel and more Empire influences or less Empire influence is seen? Where does the solar system and these planets find itself in the reach of the Empire?
Deep in the clutches of the Empire.
So you're like in the heart of it. All right,
Fucking in it.
I like it.
It's a free world though.
All right, so here, the four of you find yourself on a small transport ship, one of a handful of small transport ships that are being dispatched to the moon, heading for the capital city here, as part of an ongoing trade negotiations. Your house, which is named what? And like I said, you guys can take as much time as you want out of game, talking about it. I'm not worried about it, but
So guys, what kind of house are we looking to play here? Are we looking to play like good guys, neutral guys, bad guys?
I like the idea of being like
Good-ish.
goodish, getting it done kind of guys. Like Han Solo-esque type guys. You're gonna do what you gotta
Okay.
do.
See, I was thinking something along the lines of like Han Solo slash
Yeah.
like Serenity. I've decided I'm
Yeah.
going to be a smuggler.
Yeah, that's what I had in mind.
Yeah, like
Chris,
Jabba
it's
the
all right
Hutt.
with you. My focus for move, I took pilot transport ships. I would like to be piloting this ship.
you may be piloting this ship. So you are the pilot, and you are, like I said, you are one of, we'll call it, three small transport ships. Your ship is carrying about 10 individuals, including the other 3 individuals around. And you can see you are the third in your kind of alignment, right, as you guys enter down into the orbit, or out of the orbit and into the actual atmosphere of this moon. So you're like the third ship kind of pulling up the rear of this 3 ships. And so, that's absolutely, it sounds great.
How about House Persephone? Has anybody got any problems with that?
Nope. Persephone is the goddess of was it death? No.
Maritime lore.
Oh my god. You're out of your
Persephone
depth, John.
was. Yeah,
You're out of your depth. You're out of your depth, Aaron.
Not me. I was right. She's the goddess of maritime lore. I knew that. He didn't know it.
No.
I thought she was. You know what? Not getting into
You guys-
mythology.
She's the daughter of Zeus.
Not into it.
Maritime lore, baby.
She was abducted by Hades. That's right. Yeah.
Persephone is the queen of the fucking underworld.
Yeah, she got abducted by Hades.
I was about to say,
She's
not
the
by-
daughter. Yeah, she was the daughter of Zeus. Yeah.
Yeah, it was CNC though.
So
I mean, it really was.
sure. I'm gonna butcher this, but Sazund, Saznud, Janud. As you're piloting this ship, tell me something that you notice about this this solar system that makes it unique.
I'm going to say this solar system is unique. As I notice on the scanners, we're approaching. Do we name the planet?
I said the moon is colloquially known as the Eye of Tilk, but you can call it
Eye of
something.
Tilk.
You can give it an
Okay.
official name if you
No,
want.
I'm good with the Eye of Tilk. I'm going to say the interesting thing about this solar system is it has 2 suns, and it fucks with the orbit of the planets around it
We
and
get
causes
deep now,
all
y'all.
kinds of strange seismic activities.
Okay, I like it. And so you guys have been sent here as a member of the royalty of your house, not the ruler, but who would be somebody, in the ruler's family that may have been sent on like a trade negotiation.
Fucking Terrence.
Parents.
Fucking Terrence. Okay. I hate that guy.
I hate that guy too.
So is he? He's like the idiot cousin who and we've been told that we have to keep him out of trouble.
Yep.
And they'd like this negotiation to go well, but no one's really concerned if it doesn't.
Okay. So it was a basically get this thing off my plate, send Terrence. That's
Yes.
what's going on. All right, fair
Yes.
enough. All right.
Then Terrence.
So maybe not this house that clearly maybe doesn't have complete confidence in one Terrence. So
he's like the Lord's brother's son. So he's nowhere.
So he's the
near-
nephew.
Yeah, he's the
He's
idiot
the
nephew.
bastard nephew. Yeah, idiot nephew.
okay.
He's the-
All right. So
And I have one more thing.
Sure.
I feel like the house to reduce the number of syllables. The last name of the house rulers is Persephone, and it's just called House Persephone.
okay. So Terrence Persephone.
Mm-hmm.
Persephone.
It's French.
Okay. I like it. So
Actually,
It
try.
actually sounds like a real name. I like it.
It would be derivative of Greek, actually.
That's what you think, Mr. Greek man.
that's
Yeah. You didn't even know that the Hades was the lord of maritime lore.
Oh God, shut up!
we might have been better off doing this before he got here.
I feel like my character is going to be doing a lot of. What's your character's name, Aaron?
Big McLarge huge.
Big McClarchuge.
Yeah. So my character, I feel like, is going to be saying like, "Shut the fuck up, Big," a lot.
Well, while we're discussing this, what are your characters doing while you're on this ship? We know that Shnut is driving, is piloting.
So Jack O'Neill is also a pilot and is kind of just watching Shinu and giving him a hard time, kind of like backseat driving a little bit, like you watching those controls, just to fuck with him. Like he fully confident in his ability, but just to fuck with him a little bit.
Okay.
You know the gravitational anomalies here, Jack. Don't fuck with me while I'm trying to focus.
I'm just trying to make sure you're paying attention. You know that thing's not supposed to be beeping all the time.
And the beeping stops as a loud bang, and something flies off the front of the ship.
Oh, okay. You know, why don't we
Primary
go?
buffle panel? The primary buffle panels just fall off my 4-amp ship.
Why don't we go ahead and break into this? And I'm going to say, give me a move roll. Is move your primary stat?
It is my primary skill. My
Is it?
focus is pilot transport ship.
All right, excellent. And what drive would you like to use?
I'm going to use, let's say, drive duty, because
Okay.
I have a duty to get Terrence Persephone, the idiot nephew, down to the planet of Teal'c, or the moon.
So one thing is, I didn't finish actually while you guys were here. So the house has not heard back from Terrence now for multiple days. So you guys have been sent here to kind of touch in and find out what's going on. So I
Okay, so
apologize
we're not
about
actually
that.
carrying
Yeah,
Terrence.
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't get a chance to get around to that. But you're not actually carrying
Okay.
Terrence. You're here to see what happened. Terrence hasn't responded yet. The family assumes that he is again drunk and slopped up in some brothel, as he tends to do apparently. But so you're going to roll me a move with a duty because you are currently on mission. If you I think you already have, but if you haven't, you can go ahead and assign those two items scores, and give me that roll.
All right, so my primary drive is going to be duty. That puts it at 8, right?
If you want that to be your primary drive, it doesn't have to be. I'm just saying you can go ahead and give whatever you think your duty would be. Go ahead and score it out if you have it.
Are those scored the same way?
Nope. So if you look in your character sheet or in the character creation summary, your drives, you will basically have one that's 8, one that's 7, one that's 6.
Gotcha.
And it's effectively just like which ones do you think would be your highest or lowest, right? And one thing that we will do tonight, and one thing that they suggest, which is really good, is basically to start organizing them. You can just take 2, right, and say, well, which one do I think would be higher? Duty or duty or faith, and then you can assign it, and then you can do that again and be like, okay, well, duty was higher, so what about duty and power? Would power be higher than duty? And you can kind of go through there, and then you'll figure out which one's your primary or secondary, yada yada. So, but yeah, that's totally up to you whether or not duty is going to be your primary skill or not, or primary driver.
Okay. I'm going to put duty at a 6 then, because Zanud looks out for himself above all others. And I'm going to go, so that's 6 plus my move is 6.
So you need to roll under a 12. You roll 2d20s. I'm going to say
Okay.
this is a difficulty 1.
Would I get any bonuses to that based on my focus of move being piloting a transport ship?
What the focus means is that if you roll under that, then you would get it would be a double score.
Okay.
I believe
All right,
is
so
what
like
the
double
focus
momentum
is.
or whatever.
Let me pull that up real quick. I believe that is what that is. It's either the focus or the statement is when you roll under it. Specialties, advanced expertise. Focuses increase the chance of scoring a critical success. Test using that skill in circumstances where that focus applies. Yeah, there's no singular fixed list of focuses. So in play, while you receive focuses for particular skills, they may be used as any skill. Yeah, so I believe basically what the focus is that if you roll under that score. So if you roll under a 12, it's a success. If you roll under a 6, it's a critical success, which means you get two successes.
Okay. All right. Where's my dice pool at?
You have 2 unless you buy more, and we're not going to we're not going to deal with the momentum of buying more. So you just
Okay.
roll 2.
Target, skill, drive, use, focus. Complication range, pool size, roll 2, use. Okay, I'm just going to roll. Invalid
so just
data.
It did not roll. Oh, because I think I saw the game paused. Try now.
Invalid data.
Okay.
Okay, my target number, skill plus drive, you said 12, right?
Yep.
Okay. Use focus. I guess, is that a yes or no?
I think you'd put 6 in there.
6. All right. Use determination. No. Rolling. 0 successes.
Okay. So, you start to watch as you guys start coming into the planet. A piece of the front of the ship flies off, and you start to feel a slight power reduction in what you're coming in with, like a drag on the front of the ship. It starts to get a little warmer in there, not like painfully warm, but you can definitely feel that it's starting to heat up a little bit.
Jack, divert power from the flux capacitor to the forward shields.
Go ahead and try to do that.
Okay. I will say you can roll me a assist, which is 1d20. You would have your move as well,
Come on back here.
and then you would get to pick the drive.
I went to Culver's and I closed at 10, but we were there at 9.
So that's /R
They were closed.
space 1d20, right?
Well, they stop taking orders after a certain time.
I'm not sure what the command would be. I know you can click the little on the left. You can click the little Dune dice roller, and it pops up with a window.
Hang on. I didn't see the Dune dice roller.
Yeah, it's like a little
Dune dice roller.
And
There
then
it
you
is.
put so your target number, skill plus drive. So your skill will be move. What drive are you liking to use?
That's what I was trying to figure out for move. My drive is. Where's an example of drive for move? I'm
So-
trying to find it.
No, that's drive is why your character is doing what you're doing.
Oh,
So, like,
so we don't
what
fucking
is-
die.
So you don't fucking. So what would you think that would be? Do you think that would be like a power or a faith?
It definitely power. Like
Power?
power's one of the most important things. So you
The
can't
power-
have power if you're dead.
Power to survive. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you haven't already put some, you can go ahead and assign your points for power and move, and then you can put that combined number in the target number.
All right. So target number is skill plus drive. So my skill is an 8 for move, and my power is 16.
So it's 2 8s.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that'd be a 16.
And then your use focus.
Yep. So
Oh.
your skill is above a 6. So you would have a focus in that move skill.
And so that's what I was looking at.
Does
I
it-
don't see any focuses for move
You
or examples
that,
of it.
That means you haven't created it yet. So
Okay.
basically,
If you look on, I think
It's 103.
10 okay, yeah, 103 in the player's handbook. It gives you example focuses.
yeah, and it's down on page 104 is the example move focuses. So
Okay, that's what it was. Okay.
yeah,
I
and
didn't go far
so
enough down.
If you don't think your focus would be on piloting, if yours would be like more on a hand-to-hand combat, you don't have to worry about the focus for now.
Okay.
You can just roll without the focus.
Okay. Determination. I wouldn't have any determination at this
Yeah,
point.
we're
right?
not using that this game. So
Okay.
don't do
And complication range default 20.
Default's fine.
Okay, and then I'm rolling 1. You said.
Yep. As you're trying to assist. All right.
Nice.
So with your success, you are able to divert the power from the flux capacitor into the to the core
Forward
of the
shields.
ship. Yep. And you feel it. You feel the ship kind of give a couple like boop boop boop, and then it seems to pick up in power again. And
Jack's just gonna be like, "Well, good thing I was here." To take care of everything again.
Good job, JB.
So what
J.O. sir.
what would Jace and or Biggie McLargerson be doing?
At this point, I feel the thump as the something. I hear the thump and then the slight drag as I walk forward into the cockpit area and look at Shanud and Jack and go, was that just one of the heat sensor plates off the front of the ship, you jackasses? What are you doing to my ship? It's not necessarily my ship, but I decided that it's my ship.
Don't worry about it. We'll get it fixed if we land without blowing up.
Yeah, blowing up would definitely not be good, though it may actually be preferable than Terrence. But anyway, yeah, we have to.
It's-
How long is our landing going to be delayed from this? Do we know?
I don't think it'd be delayed. We fixed the problem.
Did we fix the problem?
Yeah.
the ship does seem to be at full power, so you guys are good there. Currently no delay. You guys are while a little bit farther back, you're still keeping up with the other ships, so you appear to be on track.
Okay. Fantastic.
Jumbo McLargenson. Any
Big McLarge huge.
Yeah, what do you any activities are you doing, or are you just chilling in the back for now?
I was actually going through our tiny little storage area, just checking to see if anything got knocked loose or anything got broken in there.
Yeah, you were looking for extra foodstuffs, weren't you?
Big McLarge huge, baby.
Okay.
I like Big McLargeson better.
All right. So yeah, as you're going through, it seems to be all in order. Everything is well tied down, and there wasn't enough of a jolt to break anything up. So while you guys are doing this, and you're having your experience on the ship, briefly, as you guys are coming down into the end of the atmosphere, like I said, and you're kind of flying above the capital city of this moon. Why were each one of you picked to come on this mission? Why would they have sent you here as opposed to somebody else in the house? And for this, it could be you have a role. Maybe you were somebody, a specific person in the house. And for that, let me go ahead and create a house Persephone. I don't think that's how that's spelled, but I can change it later.
I actually just want to keep it however you spelled it originally.
Okay. And I'm going to make this owned by everyone, so you guys should all be able to update it. And in the character sheet, you should now see the House Persephone tab. So on that sheet, you'll see there's a list of different roles of the house. So if one of those strike your fancy, we can talk about it briefly. But I believe you guys said that you want to play a minor house, and that some of you may want to play as some of the house roles. So if you may have been sent on this mission because you are one of those house roles. You may have been sent on this mission for your your knowledge of the area, your combat prowess, your information gathering tactics. Why would you think you are here, Largy McFace-Stufferson?
I'm gonna switch from being a sword master to the chief medical guy.
You want
physician.
to be the physician?
I'm gonna be a physician for this one.
Okay.
Kind of wilding out with it. I mean, I kind of know what I'm doing
So
most of the time.
let's take a quick moment to discuss that. There are things called factions, which are like very specific almost like college house training. The most famous doctors are the Sook doctors. Are you imagining yourself as being like trained in that school and being assigned to this house, or are you just
Correct.
You want to be
Doing
a Sook?
that.
Okay. So under your faction tab on your character sheet, put
I do not have a character yet because I can only select temp house or template player. Which one should I use?
No, you have.
Under the three people.
Why is that not giving you ownership? You should see Aaron character.
I'll refresh it.
Is there? We just have the temp house thing, right?
Here we go.
You
Okay,
should see
it's up
house.
now.
You should see House Persephone.
I do not.
Why is it not owner? Save changes. All players. It says,
Now I do.
It says okay. It's asking me to. I guess I'm having to do it twice. That's weird. Yeah. So So you should. So under the faction label of your character, then you can put Suk Doctor, and then we will work through what that means as we go on. SUK, yeah. And then so Chief Physician is Large Mc Giantson. I'm not sure. Whatever you, I'll copy it down once you have your name in there. But what about you, Mr. Jace? Why would you have been sent on this? And you don't
We're all in the
have
same house, right?
Yeah, you're all in the same house. You don't have to be a house roll, just to be clear. I'm just, that could be a reason why you were sent, though.
Where are the?
I don't see factions anywhere.
On your character sheet?
It's
Well,
under
like I see
background.
a
Third one down.
location for it, but like I'm looking in the player handbook, I don't see factions listed anywhere.
Yes. So that would be on page. If you go to page, they start on page 110. So, Mr. Jace, why did House Persephone send you on this?
Hang on. I'm
No worries.
I'm trying to find the
The faction, or the
the house roll list, so I can kind of.
I see. That is on. That is on page. It starts on page 92 in the book. It gives you a brief description, breakdown of the house roles, or you can look on the character sheet. Most of them are pretty self-explanatory. If you look on the House Persephone page under house roles, you should see a list of each one.
Yeah, I just wanted to get more in depth.
No problem. Well, I'll open it up to Jack or Shizund. Either of you guys have an idea of why you were sent on this mission for House Persephone?
I know why I'm here.
Why are you here?
Because I'm a swordmaster and am here to help protect the group and or get our idiot cousin or idiot out of trouble if he was in a physical situation and needed to get out.
You are a swordmaster, or you are the house swordmaster, as in you help to train the soldiers of the house, and you are a man of position and power when it comes to the soldiers.
Yes.
You are the swordmaster? Okay.
Yes. Is that cool with everybody? I mean, I should ask that first.
Yeah, sure.
Rock and roll, man.
Okay.
Zund?
Janud is a spacing guild agent working for House Persephone, and his specialty is in smuggling. And we are currently undergoing delicate negotiations with the faction that is on this moon, and it has been impressed upon us that it is the utmost importance that our arrival on the planet is unseen and unmonitored. So I am currently riding the wake of the two other transports in front of us and trying to get us down to the surface without being noticed, because that is Shanud's specialty as a smuggler.
So you're literally riding the gravity wake of the ships in front of you.
Yes.
Uncomfortably close at this point to try and blend in
tailgating
from all the other items. Okay. And so do you hold a specific place as this, or are you kind of a under the table position of skill and power?
I am a known smuggler who has had repeated dealings with this house. I don't necessarily know that they would know that I'm a Spacing Guild agent, but the Spacing Guild likes to keep representatives either known or unknown on any house world that has a guild bank or a chome market or anything like that.
So you don't have a specific place of power in House Persephone then?
No.
Okay.
No.
But you are assigned to House Persephone as the guild representative?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, cool. Uh, Mr. Jace, we can come back to you while you're taking a look at that. That is, like I said, there's no rush on any of this stuff. So, the House Major, which controls this solar system that you guys are, you almost have land that is controlled by them, right? It's your land, but you're underneath almost their in their area. Are you guys a complete vassal to another major house, or is this solar system made up maybe of like a bunch of minor houses with no vassal? It's almost like a Wild West territory, so to speak, of minor houses with no overriding major house. If this is like a group of different smugglers and stuff like that. How does the solar system politics and your house fit into them, shall we say?
We're playing after some of the houses got offed, right?
We're playing in the Imperium, so the houses shift and they go in and out. Specific houses, I haven't really, tried to determine if specific houses exist or not, but the Landsrad and the Emperor, the Padishah Emperor, is definitely a thing at this time. So, I would say obviously there is risks to being just a completely independent. Like if you wanted to be entirely independent from the Landsrad, that might be one thing. But if this solar system could be made up of multiple minor houses as opposed to having one major house which vassals all of the smaller houses underneath it, right? And so I guess I'm just wondering how you guys see the politics of this particular system playing out. Or if you want to be vassal to a major house, then we can do that too.
I kind of like the idea of being vassal to a major house because that gives us more opportunities for like enemies and stuff.
I'm good with that.
And more intrigue. And since we're deep in Imperial territory, I'd say maybe we be vassal to House Carino or something.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think if we're that deep in the Imperium, we're not going to be not vassals. You're not going to be a small house and not be conquered at this point, right? Like, I mean, that's pretty much what the Imperium does. You're either a vassal or you're a main house.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be right. It would be something very unique if you were a
I'm good with a
house
vassal
without coverage. It would mean you're a target for takeover type of thing, right? Because you'd be a minor house without back. But yeah, definitely. So you guys want to just be directly underneath it, be a vassal to House Carino, the Emperor himself. How do you guys see that relationship? Are you guys kind of like his smuggling house then? Like when he needs something done and he kind of needs it done off the books, then he can call on you guys to get that done? Or how do you see that relationship?
I mean, I'm okay with that.
Huh? Yeah, that's fine with me.
Okay. So you're almost like a low level fixer basically to House Carino.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm good with that.
He needs something done, but he wants plausible deniability. So those
Yeah.
fuck ups at Persephone were just acting on their own again.
So you guys are always riding that line, right? Of like risk of being burned and cut off, and also being like one of the Emperor Padishah's like go-to people when he needs something done. Okay, I like it. It's a fine line you guys walk in House Persephone here. Excellent.
So, and I think I'd like to be, if this is cool, since this will kind of fit into what we're, the envoy of the house.
Okay. All right. So Jace is the envoy.
I'm just thinking that with Terrence possibly fucking things up, that we have we're going to make sure that this trade deal either goes through or doesn't.
Sure.
But we also have something else that we're here for.
So that was going to be my next question. So then, in this relationship, why would House Carino have sent House Persephone to make this trade deal, as opposed to doing it through House Carino? Or is this something House Carino is doing on their own, and the Emperor has no knowledge of it?
Where mommy is.
She upstairs? I think that House Carino has sent us to do this because this has something to do with their spice holds, and they want to keep this off the books with Chone because I kind of feel like in tandem with the Harkonnens, how they were, embezzling spice and moving it off of Arrakis. House Carino has been doing kind of the same thing, so that's why they were letting the brutality and the I guess the mismanagement of Arrakis go kind of unanswered because they were benefiting almost as much as the
Sure.
Harkonnens.
They were collecting some of the spice that was falling off the back of
Yeah.
the metaphorical truck. Okay. I like that. Sure. And so then House Carino knew of these some of these shenanigans going on, sent you guys, but also indicated that this needs to be kept hush hush. So House Persephone then sent the one person who wouldn't be smart enough to ask questions, right?
Pretty much.
One Terrence. Okay, I like it. So this is going nice. So as you guys
And we have to. We're going under, because we knew Terrence would kind of fuck it up.
sure.
Not only to, kind of smooth things over and see where that whole trade deal lands, but to use this whole thing as a cover to talk to our operative, or our
Okay.
contact, to reestablish, or actually to expand our illicit spice. We want to make our truck bigger.
Okay. So you guys are not only trying to help help House Carino collect their piece of the spice off the back of the truck. You guys are trying to grab your little bit of nibble off that spice as well.
Yeah, and so the deal. I think the arrangement with House Carino is basically
We don't have time for that tonight. Okay?
we can expand
Wait,
it
did you
as
already
much as
Do
we,
the download?
they have.
No, you need
As
to
long as we
have
hit
it
their
set
quota,
up, Dave. Go
like
ask
what
your
they want,
sister if she can do it. Tell her I need
it
her
doesn't
to do
matter
it.
how much more we get. But if we get caught, it's all our fault.
Sure, of course.
They will deny. So, and that is what we're
8-4.
doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. So as you guys are coming in with your ships hot, all that knowledge underneath it, and you guys are coming in, you guys see just a quick flash of light, and you feel a reverberation coming off from in front of you as the lead transport collides with a shield wall that was just reported to you as being down, but is apparently up, protecting the Capitol building of this city capital. So roll me another move piloting check to see.
Can I assist him on that?
You can. So you'll roll one again. You'll roll 1d20.
Okay, I'm gonna put some extra points. I think I've got 5 points to distribute in skills. I'm gonna put an extra point into moves. That'll bump it up to 7.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my duty again. So that'd be 7 plus 6, 13.
What? How do you put your focus in?
So you would just type it out next to it. Should be able to enter it in.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. In the roller. Like
Oh, you put whatever that skill value is. So if you're if you're using your move skill and your focus applies to this, you would put your move skill value in that focus box. So what is your focus and move? Did you decide on one?
Yeah, I chose body control.
Body control. Okay. So
Yeah.
that probably wouldn't apply here since you're working to help with a ship, or how would it? Or
Staying
you tell me.
staying calm, keeping my heart rate down, focusing on the controls to make sure that everything's precise that I'm doing, so that I don't fuck it up. Like just staying calm under pressure.
He doesn't want to overcorrect.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you for now. We'll give it to you this time. I may be a little. I may get as we go on through the game. I might get a little bit more stickler for these, depending on
Sure.
how often we apply focuses, just because they're so vague. But yeah.
How
Go
does determination work?
So I wasn't going to get into determination tonight, but basically determination works when you pick a drive that has a statement that does or does not apply. You get determination back. But determination itself can just be used to buy successes and other things. It's basically, it has its own mechanics. You can look it up. If you look in the back of the book, there is an appendix that
Okay.
has like a quick breakdown of like momentum, things you can do with momentum, and things you can do with determination. And
All right, I'll
it's
check
on
that out
page-
later.
Yeah, but
Do we have any momentum in our pool at this point, or are we not there yet?
Like I said, I wasn't really playing with momentum and in threat
Okay.
tonight, so I'm
So
not
I'll
really
sh-
setting difficulties and stuff. But if
All
you
right.
want to roll it, if you want to quote unquote buy an extra die with momentum, you can go ahead and roll 3. If you think that you would do that at this point.
Quick question. Okay, so just so I'm rolling, so it says target numbers, your skill plus your drive, right? So I got those numbers, and then the focus. Use focus. How do you use? Do you just add in that number that's under the focus?
So
I mean,
your
So
focus,
like move, body control, and it's 8.
right? So,
Yeah, so I think
in
whatever
that-
your focus is, you put the number in there, and then if you roll below that number, you get double successes.
correct, yeah. So where it says use focus, if you are using a focus, you put whatever the skill value is that focus
Gotcha.
applies to. So since
Gotcha.
you're using a move focus, you would put your move score. So 8.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, so I've got a pool size of 3.
2 successes.
I'm going to go ahead and roll
4 successes.
4 successes.
All right. So you guys tell me how you see the ships in front of you. I mean, you guys are hot on their trail, right? And you see these 2 ships plow into a shield wall and basically get almost entirely destroyed. They start to skid down towards the ground as they're being repelled off this wall. What do you guys do to avoid the same fate?
I am going to pull a crazy Ivan, and I'm going to try to stop as close to the shield wall as possible, cut all engines, and I'm going to free fall with the wreckage as close to the ground as I can get without trying to give off like a heat signature or anything. I want to make it look like there were still only 2 ships in that wreckage.
Don't tell me what you want to do. You succeeded at this point of avoiding it. So you tell me what you do.
Okay, yeah, that's what I do then.
Okay.
Because since it seems like we're not going to be able to make it through the shield wall, I'm going to try to maintain our cover
Okay.
without blowing us up.
So working in like perfect tandem, perfect unison, you guys immediately, like, John or Jack is starting to slam, turn off power that he just like. Diverted
I
everything.
immediately I see what he's trying to do. I immediately shut the power to the engine. I'm standing right next to it, ready to power it on as soon as we need to, and I have him ready to go.
And you guys plummet, and then you're able to pick back up and kind of set down a little bumpy, but for the situation you're in, pretty damn talented, right? In the back of the bus here, Jace and
I gotta get back in my game.
and Big McLartrouche. What are you guys doing as this as you start to get thrown around as this thing starts to immediately take a dive down
And can you play
and plummet towards the ground?
Yeah, where's
I
it at?
mean, don't just plug
I
it
am,
in. Can you not plug it in?
Plopping into my seat and
Can you
strapping
plug
it
it
in.
in like
I'm
Okay.
gonna plug it in.
Also, can I do, as I trust these guys to not kill us, or at least not tell us we're gonna die until it's already happened. So,
using it at the range. I'm gonna leave you in the car by yourself.
I'd like to take a moment
But I'll
to
charge
just
it
think
tonight,
about
okay? All right, thank you. Can you shut the door, please?
like to can I do like an understand check, I guess, to try and piece together what's happening based on like the political situation and the information that I have.
Sure. Yeah. So you get these you're still a Mentat, correct? Is what
Yes,
how you're
I
playing
am.
this? Yeah.
Yeah.
So when these things start to happen, your brain immediately goes into like high calculation mode, right? And you're getting all these new data inputs. So
Yeah.
what are you trying to analyze? And you can roll me an understand roll.
Okay, so Let me see. Hang on one sec. There was.
I mean, because if you're just like trying to figure out, come up with like a best idea of what's happening, you can roll understand if you want. But if you had something more specific, let me
Okay,
know what that
so,
is.
I guess what I'm trying to do is since I have like the almost perfect recall, I'm trying to just make those connections as to what's been happening around us, like in the political situation, to try and figure out why the shields were up and why they told us specifically they were down. And I have a you know I have a nagging suspicion that Terrence may have fucked up more than usual, but
Okay. All right.
but
I would
You're
say-
probably not wrong.
I would say that would be an understand roll, and then what drive would you like to use for that?
that will be duty, because my duty is to make sure that he makes it out of that. That we leave
Okay.
with him and our
Your mission is successful.
yeah.
Okay. So you
So-
can populate those skills if you haven't already. Skill and drive if you haven't already.
Okay, so that would be understand and duty, right?
Yep. Okay.
And
Great.
then don't worry about focus. Don't worry about determination.
I mean, don't worry about determination. If you think that you would have a focus or a drive statement here that would apply, then you can go ahead. We can go ahead and create one and put it in there. For example, understand this. I mean, would you? Are you think you're more of like a battle strategist when it comes to understanding, or do you want your understand to be focused more on the political aspects of what's going on? I mean, is there something there that you feel like your character would have a focus in, or is this more just a general for you?
I
And you don't have to pick now. If you don't want to worry about it, you can just roll.
mean, I want to be able to shoot well, but
Okay. I don't know.
but I think like the understanding of the, like, I don't know if this is too broad, but like the political situation and the an understanding of how our house kind of plays into the illicit dealings that we're doing, as, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, you could easily put in there, like an understand focus of, maybe like, politics or house politics, imperial politics. You could easily put have a focus in that sort of thing that you could apply here if you want.
Okay.
So,
Politics and like, but specifically like how those politics pertain to the underworld that we are navigating.
okay. So maybe like black market politics or something like that.
Okay.
Or seedy politics, however you want to word it.
Just politics. That sounds just like we're just talking about just regular politics.
It does, right? It gets a little confusing there.
I put it there like politics, black market.
Okay, that'll work.
All right, so then that would be a focus.
Okay, so
Right.
then you would roll, and then you do the roll, and then
It doesn't give me I can't click use focus.
So when you click the Dune roller on the left-hand
Yeah.
side,
Yeah.
there's a use focus box. You'll
Yeah, I
put
know, but
your
it's-
you'll put your skill value in there.
But it doesn't let me click into it.
Have you put your target skill number yet?
Hang on. All right, so I hit the roller,
Yep.
right? And I have the Dune dice roller, skill, understand, drive, duty. Oh, now it comes up. I didn't have a focus. Once I typed the focus in and closed it and brought it back up.
You must have to have something entered in there for it to open that up.
Yeah. All right, so now I hit check, and then determination we're not doing. Complication range default to 20,
It's fine. Yep. All that's
and the
good.
pool size is 2. So I roll it.
Yep. You roll it.
Now, okay, so when I make an understand roll So with Mentat discipline, with the talent, um, when I make an understand roll that applies to recalling data, one of the d20s in your pool may be considered to have rolled a 1 instead of rolling it.
I would say, though, this is not a roll for you recalling something specific. This is more of you like hypothesizing based on data points.
Okay.
So that wouldn't really apply. Yeah.
1 success.
All right. So your success. So based on the, information that you have currently with the shield wall and everything else like that, you deduce clearly that this is almost guaranteed to be a trap of some kind, and whether or not Terrence is still alive is 50-50 at this point, basically, right? So whether or not Terrence is betraying you or whether or not Terrence just fucked up and they're entrapping you is almost impossible to deduce at this point. But clearly something did go wrong and that you guys are now in like a trap situation.